ene monim no ene ye de bibi atopro so ana ye ne mo nyina ye bedi ho enkomo na yesua bibi afrimu ana se ya pe ne poma sibre ene eye November em say NDC for ene jo Mahama o mo 11th month na mo away na sembebre akoso e wo Ghana na ye de bi ene de atopro so ene a ye bedi ho enkomo Dear Yebedium Komo is about Galamsey, or say Galamsey and the NDC and John Mahama. It's very sad. What is the way forward? The Galamsey, ADBM say, Nene the third time I hear can once him. I idea Ghana for air share. I'm a Eddie. They are very, very dangerous. They are very, very, very dangerous. We are playing with fire. But ya near can near Joshua, ya near can near Joshua. But you will say, Adebia nipa hiam nipa pa woni wiase wabrabo mu yinsuo so water is life but ye dinsuo edi agro we are joking with ye yankwa na edi agro no but obi asemfa no ho obi ene ho ayemfa no ho sanse obi anu munsuo da akotra Ghana da na program bi na obi ka so akotra Ghana na so be kra nsuo a what about what the bedware nsuo e no so be kra na odi aba and how long can you continue doing this? Nti ya trauma ya mpanimfo bi edi sika ombenyanti no wo mu hye ase ana so mu pekwan bi so aboya asesa so na e ba na se o man mpanimfo asem se ye ka ye binom free se o na wo NDC na wo MPP na ye de aye politics na ye ka bet ya mpanimfo no kakra bi no ekum o man no mu nipa nyina na ye se hwe wo mu na o mu yesu yedi wo mu achi e ma sa na ma na e koso e very very sad. Sasa minu mienu a wa ahwe me na wa wutie me minu mienu ye wa kwantum sabio yokro no ya enka ebia ye nka kwantum ebia nka ekofie na nto kro no die nti na enye ye mpanimfo engise ye bone ene sa asikadie ene sa ne ma no ena ma yokro no abepem samre sese no Galamsey ese oman no meka Galamsey nko scraps ene so abeka ho asese no obi bia dade bia obi a ufu ya kofo nam ne yetwa ekoton we least mistake o papo cry dade a ye be kwa order pawo so le ne abetwa dade ne wum no ne yakwa akoton ndi no ye ko anasa ye ba wo MPP no ne ase NDC ba e bia Galamsey no eto obetwa but according to my research no so sese no aye west e de na ama Galamsey no aye west ye free hene and abedu samri ene minu ye bedi hu nkomo na so do adwenkyere aba na nyina no ya pe ho solution ya de ampanimfo se bia yesi nyansa no ba ku futrim ye nyina ye nim de ekoso ye bia na ampanimfo na adwene ma so say this is the only solution bi ho no bia o mo betumi afa ama aboye ne a ana solve ye issue no ama ye daachi ne ye yankasa ne ye daachi nchirima etumi ayi won afri Galamsey mu a ntese wososo no wodi aba ye program na obetuma subscribe na wa share na importantly no we do comment and so about ye kan ama de nyina no ya pe solution high solution now we are looking for solution on Galamsey and the NDC and John Dramani Mahama omoba no omo kan say within a short possible time with the mama kan within a short possible time 2 months or something the Galamsey issue problem will be solved. And 11 months in power. The who said the Galamsey is west. Okay, a minimum person will be but in reality, no, that is what is going on. And we need to solve it collectively. Now you hear the bit to me, and yes, sir. And you might be brave, a betty, and you might be brave, a G and Sam. And then my G and Sam, you say, oh, more import to food. If we Ghana, Ghana, Ebahano. You see, we complaining. Africa shops complaining. It's abroad for no dika kind ama. Enuani bi na say to sudie bi ho no mo a omo se mo mfa mabio. Enche kra o mba stop bayire ni sa na manyina ye de ba. So what Ghana na say imagine say we dey bayire and I say sa local food export and we e de ba brochira. A very lucrative business because all the free Ghana ho sit ton cities a obetim dia be dollar na euro e wa ha. A just say boa e ma third world countries no bebre e yes na ma no. Ye ama isi Ghana cocoa kura so affect yen because e bedroom review nka cocoa no kura no so no sana na bam enti ne bibia no abrofo reject ya ye ne aka se edi nso a eno so ne yedi ewu Yaso ye din so a eno so ne yedi ewu nti ni na ye ko ana asa ye bai nti ne short no emra so say take sa na mai serious na ye hwe na nyina ye de adwene eba na ye hwe de betumi aka ana asa betima ya ebeboa ye daache ene o ma no edaache men ka mama semon enwa am say Galamsey no ana asa gold no enya ye nko na ye tu a whole world ko fo bebre ye di kan etu gold no bi. When you go to China, the biggest deposit in the whole world when you talk about gold. When you come to Russia, they also have a fast land and they also, work on gold. When you come to a country like Canada, they also deal with it. Also, over a large deposit of gold. When you come to Africa, then you can see that Ghana is the biggest country when it comes of gold mining or when it comes of gold export. Ghana is leading. But a country like Ghana, country ketua bia ye lead sa where country sambo nyina ya country kesa ye nko ayo ma ketua bia gold abe pie ho ya too good from kwampontem reso from about 100 years yes as you too good o boase ni ngome up to now we are still struggling. Feed your crowd there. You're taking advantage of good, yenya who you the intrusion here, the abrain, your sad is say and sass in your forest. Nina Eddie Sadia poison your home, which is very sad. It means you would me. Now, Adadia, the forward and boy, me, in Ayanka, Nampany Fono, you so betting me assistant baby a free one. And many and I bid you, sir, and come away. Now I drew so more, which me afraid. The number of two and also afraid. Also, watch the watch, which would do a drink to Abba. Send a medical canon. I have Gaspora TV. Me and me did you, my dear, which I may, your friend, was a Fubewa, Menetaga, and a AD, Saju, my dear, and there. Now, your guest, or I do a savage, a woman, sir, Bunkum, and I'm a Sanifa, and also is coming to our MPP communicator, Safo, Rafro Safo, or also Eba, no so abe kan ho, de nyina ye de dwuma no. De entira me de MPP communicator ba na say wo mu na handle HS sa issue no a wo montimi answer NDC for so abeto so. And they have to tell her the reason why wo montimi answer up to now. And they was say MPP NDC for no so itimi eto so. Recently menya press release be from NPP Penning4 say now they are ready to cooperate with NDC when it comes to Galamsey issue. No, they are ready to cooperate with them. I mean, it's a good idea, but here say I join a good course there and then it's like a babua. Now collectively, no, because a collective responsibility. I was say, oh my Ghana now, yenina yeshe. Na ya here ni di hunjuma. I'm say recently, Mahusa Sante so aka ho asem say a collective responsibility say na make no. And the OC German penning for everybody is going to be affected. Because to be animal so. So already in so no aye, Minuana Avro, which you church as a ye publisher ye more. Sana mecano, because when you pa on to home unsu and you say, Wabula him say, we and so Nadia survival. I abuse assassins so sell sassy. Yes, yet we live on agriculture, yet we yentimin yet. And ye must send ye America for ne China for a fidie near the intimini. Yet the bit me a agriculture, and come yam fidie near the natural toy agric, yes, of Plamuniani. A dear Bakwaka was Africans, ye any corn, and so yes, say so say and sassy. Ah, that he beat him dear dreamy and any ticrum, any intimini bibi, intimini fidie, intimini bibi, you knew an answer is in a intimate coffin, and could you be as man in ye dear, Necomo Queen dear. Wa unisika muntu so untimi nua bibia o fichire untimi nua bibia dia na tese yene ya na tese yene ya na tese ye kunya ho intino em say this is what I'm saying intino wa ye be ko dwumadie no so na ye de dwumadie no asese so se na medical kan no opani nche obo introduce ho na afi ye de dwumadie no asese so udin na afi so who you are kakra obetime introduction wa ha dia men kama na wa kasati eje fide na ma
good evening it's here for bia obia it's here on in the Maba as summer on my Baha, the chairman of Wine Kabibiado, or illegal mining or some. On your time, all the accused and for ye. We have to find a solution to it. On until I'm back. Before MPP Baban in a illegal mining or order, NDC will try in a 1 year in a MPP Subay.
Udeno first.
8 years. Yeah. The Mambomizin, I want to win him that we're from Joe Savage. Me a freelance journalist for Ghana before Murbaha. In a mature Daily Graphic, mature Ghanaian Times, in a mature Wiki Spectator, in a mature The Mirror. Asana Murbaha. But right now, in a mature ma Ghana Web, but major kakra, but madaso mature Emma modern Ghana. You're from Joel Savage. Okay, what man you do? Today I'm can on your time I order your kada or there is a solution. But asama mpera mekan there. NDC in only MPP. One na why is serious there or ben or solve a problem. More at the for America. Na it's a for her water. No one kasa wa judge na we hu there. And this in a 1 year serious of solving the problem and MPP in a 1 year serious of solving the problem. Okay.
Me mama me audio we are now there to us.
Thank you.
My chief officer me audio ba ko me no bi na we are. I'm saying Mr. Joe Savage. I'm the submission at was. At the moment, it has to do with
this qualifying series. We've used over 100 players. Some people played in a very first match.
I'm sorry. I mean, may audio no, but okay. About opening to our one so now, maybe me, yeah.
Okay, today American, and me pede make a be there. Problem no order. Abra NDC no MPP problem or order. Into young to me akade MPP is responsible for illegal mining. Was saying crew in su in its ban nyama and also on one Messia European Union why boycott purchasing of cocoa from Ghana, Wama, Nyamaya Basa, and also Makade NDC no way. As some of them make them two governments see when I know you serious double solve problem. Okay. First of all, measures safety NPP because no power for 8 years. Okay. Bra Akufado Owodun. Inyama in some about illegal mining of Bay, but my pick only 4. In fact, my true articles or my bread, but my pick only 4 impediment discuss. First one in there. Abra inyama se basa oye basa wa Ghana no. De Ghanaians was starting a war accuse Mr. Entry Bosiako Bernard Entry Bosiako. Won't to me. Ghanaians was started the war accuse there. He's responsible. Okay. Mistake Akufo do oye in there. Into them oma oja a man and a man nakasa defender no. Obadokere. Amanfo wasida me na me ye nyame me yehwi. But as a president no ono mo no obey defendi won't me there won't me ni yehwi. Oni onka illegal mining ho. So says here investigations are warrior problem of me won't me wing is all about illegal mining and other things. Okay. Into number 2. Abra Professor Boatin from Pop Boatin who there nyama basan wa Ghana. In fact, odu time bia ohun there so one year bibia nyam Messi in Jamawayan. Washa or Bakade or Amafo Bakade, he is part of the illegal mining. Until what he did was he took his time to make a full report and presented it to the president so that the president can solve the problem. I think Professor Frimpong Barton did very well. At that time, so many Ghanaians weren't expecting the Obey Damazin. Into there, yes, or Dokrono, into wait to what try not of the problem now to young president in now solve. About the president ye. One yeshi or Tina Duzin 1 year she won't until what is the president here, the man. Now, children. Okay. Number 3. Al Jazeera or your investigation about illegal crude trade in a Akufo-Addo Bopem. Na Al Jazeera, ibia nyuma Al Jazeera there where your news media poor or you're stronger than CNN and BBC. Before they come out with their report, they are sure of what they are bringing out. Yeah. Until when your investigation there, San Akufo-Addo is involved in gold trade. So if a president is involved in gold trader, where is the source coming from? It is from illegal mining. Because it is not officially. It is going backdoor. So such trade, it won't be official. Into honest children, okay, somebody might say, if you have an investigation on your true. Abra investigation by out. Akufo-Addo was shocked that Al Jazeera have been able to come out with this because he wasn't expecting it. Until what he did was to instruct his secretary, press secretary, or one Bedio too, somebody like that, to issue a warning to Al Jazeera to retract it immediately, else they are going to face the legal action. Then Al Jazeera sent a message to the president. They should go on with their threat. They should go on with it. They are ready because they know they have come out with the truth. What did Akufo-Addo do? They couldn't do anything. This shows that there's something behind. This shows that there is something behind. Now, the 4th one. Just 2 weeks Akufo-Addo Obefi government anymore. That is after the 2024 election. Before he would leave. Why? Why a president? You know that illegal mining is destroying our country. But the man was able to issue over more than 1,000 within 2 weeks. 1,000 licenses to miners. Why? What is the motive behind it? Why? I will not accuse Akufo-Addo of anything, but psychologically, or what I know, if I have to write an exam and they ask me this question, why did 2 weeks before Akufo-Addo left office, he issued so many licenses over more than 1,000? Why? My answer, which I will simply give, is because he wants Mahama to fail, so that people will say Mahama couldn't solve the illegal mining problem, so he has failed. This is it. This is the answer I will give. That's why I've given, I told you already, I have so many points, but I've said these 4 points, of which I will leave it to the listeners, and they will decide whether what I've said makes sense or what I've said doesn't make sense. But that's my contribution.
I say, my name is Wakabi. I'm saying, yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ sɛnea wɔde ka aka no sɛ yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ pinpoint sɛ chinchina no we and we but we know say as far as NPP is concerned no, they've been doing this tackling this issue for about 8 years of mobile power. Now they were trying to say to me I solve this issue but I'm say I need and NDC so at the about almost so a bit to us. But as far as everything is concerned no, you go so you're trying MPP communicate and also about no so about say and yama or more any do more ya kudura intino and I said yeah if we say you beat me a year to us so I bema sa Galamsey issue no to me akofom ama yenyina. As far as I'm concerned, I'm say, yebe na oba the ono so ede abeto so amayen. Na Sunday openi kan I'm say from Boaten issue no na very very sad. Say from Boaten ede no eba ya manfo ka bibia na iwuntumi de dem fa wuntumi de ne friend say example wuntumi de eba everybody was pointing finger on wuntumi. Then so no kufu the bar out. It me be say no want to me ya oni saade no want to me innocent about saade ekoso no, which was also very sad. Ghana forward they were shocked, but what can we do? Them said the mechanism say mraso say Ghana for yesisa maybe Mahama constitution no ho asem say oba review or say review constitution no. Now if necessary they have to has to go to court. Na otimi echire yentira o yes anema no na anema bi o hwema no course so no we don't have the any say Ghana is a serious country and you say Makufu do work freely wa bra obae no enema bibiri ho no mo no asinibo na wo ye enema. I mean Ghana is for everybody, it's not for Kufuado, it's not for Mahama. O see hunu na tie say Ghana no ye nyina ye dia se ye nyina ye dia dia emra no enche se emra no ni se emra no ma obi ye bibi obi ye too powerful echen obi. So, your mother president no so powerful says just say you can do whatever you want. You man is Kenya no but a crow beat me as a no they are called without questioning. I mean where can you see this? Or you're gonna need Gana. I'm not talking about a Kufuado, even a Kufuado only, but any government, any president be no. You shouldn't be untouchable. It's not normal anywhere. No man is a serious country there. A Kufuado should be prosecuted. Now about no be in one and yama ye and yama where misappropriation of I mean the embezzlement of Sika any and yama where or buy or so be protect the public place. I feel the public person in Accra we in that is how I can say because the corruption issues in yama air costume. That is how it will be. But you beba I'm saying next 2 weeks in beba the name air costume. I'm saying what would team and now where the air costume or Ghana. When as far as corruption is concerned, I mean, idea is ask him. So, and so President Iba no so obey, but okay, let Yanko Yamba back to Galamsey. A bam or no other bam will be from Port Boating, a buy or no so the issue a buy or no tip in our buy him and no so become once and no so you can so at the end of the day, no, from Professor Prefor Boating will soon a Juma, you know, if you ho. Emma say MPP for no do person mu ya na omuye so Emma sa de na akoswa ma up to today enema enkoye so Emma da hunu Galamsey so struggle Galamsey no and so iOS enti opening say wo kan necessary udika say Galamsey no iOS enti tiefo na hefo be ma obi mo abam em say with the shop and 10% na obi aka bi na obi ade wa ma comment no fa comment bra na yeso no yebekan ama we are here for solution say na medical kan no be amfa no solution mra na yen hwe san say mpani force nya ba akofo nko no na ne abrewa nyina ye Ghana fo so ti abruti so ti ha ye nyina na affect one way or the other the affect ye nuanam ene ebusuafo e wo usu firi ha na ko Ghana anye de kura obenum nsuo obo he na wo kura kete obo ka se me am won kra de me nka ho na tu bi pipe na se pipe no ma na se pipe no susu say meta yi ewo mu a you so you are going to be affected makru mu a you are going to be affected ubanu be wi no na de yade na ebre wo ntino ye nyina ye hwe na se na medical kan ye hwe na ye hunu kwa e be fa so a ye beto ato adwene because German penimfo no ko ade a se ne asante hene ayi bia me hwe me kan no Ghana web or say it's a mafia. There's some I mean what say it's like a mafia. A mafia group of people be at so my home mafias. Ah say woman na nhwe ma de na enye ye. But ye nyina so yenim say e be ha o man no nti o say ye tena na de na asi fom. You hear one of the Mahama in Sambia o kan ya say ye pese you two Galamsey na say dia na o say kwa bia so no ye timi no kwa ye be fa so a ye be tackle DCs na MMCs no because say to me tackle MCs ni the DCs no MC no ebeboa na afi do Galamsey no so say na me kano no and say Galamsey no ukona akwacheche Galamsey employees no MC wonya hwe say wato bo boss no atase enani say nkwara na omutu kwa gina amenanu ne ma na omutu they are looking for their daily bread. What about those people who are bringing the excavators? The main men behind the jawomu and ordinary people no oh yeah they na bosume yama 200 cities and after 100 cities no they are the people now say omunem kolfo a say ya hawomu and I say ya chichi womu now main people no almost sponsors no there they jawomu now we know your penifo nyina ni Mahama has come out to say it but action be na wo ya fa ho o so timi ya ho action e ma ye hunu say he is really serious in fact in the Galamsey no ma yet say kufu ado kan ya ye hunu do ye ni 8 years no ono so aba na ye hwe no say ono so no as soon as possible no obetimi aye ho action mo me tina ho no nke cancer sem sa na de bia press conference upon press conference na ye kan ye say now the last information I mean recently him say nra say I Mahama say obeye a base obeye military base those affected areas no. Now, be a military base. What military base cannot solve the issue, cannot solve the problem. Also, when no more a friends excavators, but the men they know or no. I am Mahama near Santi in Banana Penfoot. They know the main people are yes at the end. They know them, but they don't want to point out. But until say Omube, Emma Sankofono, you know there. Omuhumbe down there. I don't think the problem will solve. I am for politicians. Women, they are all the leaders. They are all involved in this Galamsey issue. And you know, say I'm for any see from there and you need to do what them there. I'm say and Emma Ebesisa. And you know, opening Emma Kwaba.
Yeah, Papa, and also a way.
Yamiado, also here.
Yamiado, good evening.
I'm saying, me probably MPP called communicator on my end and I'm a massam. I watch them DBT time. I'm a opening Wabada. I'm saying, Obada Hodi. Now you know Yama Kwana also work as I'm saying I would see him say Joe Akabi. Now also no work the worker the old him for Galamsey 8 years no and the kwa mokon yene de mokon free yene de modi abetro na MPP so NDC so betimi atoaso a mo so atumi atoaso afri ho into adaroma udin de dikan na afi no what the submission atoaso
yo of away de medase me din kan charity fo nyina mo mutie ne de mo hwe nyina Michiamu nyina meeting at the Richmond Safo communication member of MPP Belgium chapter Galamsey asemi me kai say bebo so me be 11 how do you say it 11 months ago my name is Mr. Joel I have a conversation about failed state and we tell Mr. Joel submission okaya oka bibi say ya fairly with Galamsey and for that reason you know Ghana is a failed state dear edikan mechia me party etifo Belgium and Ghana nyina enchia nkoma Mr. Solomon your party chairman Belgium chapter enchia nkoma your secretary ranking member any impending for Kenya Galamsey come here say impending for Ghana yedi Ghana for Ishambo but adeba ko me din kan say Galamsey na nkasa ne won fare bai but impending for no person be kan kre die dikai Ghana for your kai adebi a friend gold purchasing program domestic gold purchasing program the minimum say yeah Ghana for your per se ye jai Galamsey actually dia as a cancel gold purchasing program no obi wo some say the intia maybe chema dey real quick.
Sorry, is that linked to the gold board? The purchasing program, is that linked to the gold board?
I will tell you something real quick.
Okay.
That is where I'm going.
Okay.
The intia me started the gold domestic gold purchasing program. They say you introduce here as a party MPP. Somewhere 2022. Anna MPP are buying tenancy who say no. There's this cause of inflation in the country, prices in the country. And what we believed as a party was, okay, we should buy gold through PMMC. First name PMMC. Near friend Precious Minerals Marketing Corporation or Company. So what we were doing was the central bank through the PMMC will buy gold. And what we will do with the gold is the gold for oil program. So okay,
yeah.
We use the gold, we sell the gold to the world, we get the dollars, and we exchange the gold, the dollars with the oil. Because economically, no, say utnasia, who say Ghana's inflation is drawn by prices, and the prices now I can't want them no, because of say ye krone yen to me bibia wo man muntino, bibia ye bia kra.
Yeah.
Even say obey poultry farm krano, poultry feed no, you import.
Yeah.
It is in dollars.
Yeah.
It goes down to the price. Na normal boiling. Simple. We were thinking, say, okay, let's buy this gold. We pay them in cedis. We sell the gold, and we get oil, which is also part of the cost of inflation in our country. Because oil, no, the entire oil near part, and they say, simple and short, say, oh, poultry farm. Na nkokono nkokono tukusi ampo a wo de beko market wo de beko kroma koton kroma de beko no wo be fa petrol e de gu kam nti petrol bo no e na be determine say ya wo be say wo beto kusia no nti there are so many things it goes on in the country and none the ma inflation na wo yemremre dey e cause so we believe that let's buy gold exchange with oil. We keep some in the reserve. We give the economy cheap fuel. Maybe we can subsidize price.
Okay.
The mistake was we forgot that we buy the gold from Ghanaians. And in economics, when demand increases, prices follow up.
Yeah, of course.
And if prices follow up, the supply will also follow up. That was the escalation of Galamsey. MPP a mistake because all this risk we took in relation to degradation of our land, even with the economic theories, we realized that no, gold is still they are smuggling it. Obi okro to gold nukra na onsan ton my oduko baby koton. Into the whole idea about yen to gold. Near ton gold, near for gold, ninja oil, near for subsidized prices, now inflation is stable. No, we failed. Number 2, your transit who say, okay, you do gold next year, you best share it, you soon assassin. You who say demand no air driver supply illegally, and it's okay, munyai. For 20 good months, Operation Halt. Stop. Yani esi to go na koton. Africa de amoye ni ehunu sumunyai. Eno ani yebusa President Mahama say, "Hwe. Inna ye wa ban pen. There is nobody perfect in this world. In economics, obi no bit makache say China, obema 5 CD oboa. Economics obi catch us watching obema 5 CD a or the original so worker and so there can as how dey na anya 5 CD na emma. Into there is nothing like certainty in economics. We failed because of corruption. Because after banning, no, we thought, say, okay, you be some companies are more money now permit someone to go no matter my answer. Now you share so mubit my yajumana still menye because your forest commission, your EPA, your lands and resources ministry obia you corrupt. And you tikrano usoma soja for no konremu a no makojiska na galamsey for no dwane na obeka akire say omuni ho ade be chino na omanfo na say complain say offer na galamsey hwede omunye nsu ntumi eno any your problem intina na MPP for your culture NDC say Mahama hwe yenia no wa ba ba mu pen ya ba ba mu pen wa ba mu no why increase Ghana reserve with gold ya ba ba mu no you increase Ghana reserve with gold. You've seen the benefit we get from increasing Ghana's reserve with gold and how much we can shield our economy, especially with prices with gold. But if you're a mistake near now, you have to be more efficient. You can't act like, for example, yesterday, the whole president was in Kumasi.
Yeah.
Ghana Journalists Association, I think, awards.
GJ award, yeah.
He said nothing about Galamsey. Nothing. The Oka Galamsey was something to for. And two first months I can say, yen nan to gold 400 years back and say assassinate. Because they say you now see gold no say chain. But you if say gold na you dey chire no and one be queen.
You know the queen.
And one be queen. So Mr. President say yes sir to me and declare state of emergency. Cancel gold purchase program no. Only BOG any gold board in among cancel no. Because ayamo and am the policy number and a drive demand and a supply in the DHR. Say we reduce our dependency on gold. Gold omutua omuntu me meton mamo. Price men kosro na sebe nipa nso akunipa etu amra. Say yensuo say o to gold dia bro. How can we build a whole economy and neglect the people that make up the economy? And you know, the simple thing is, maybe if we believe, say we can still go back to the gold standard, we should find a sustainable way of mining our gold without polluting our land. Do you know the funny thing, Uncle? And now I was saying, World Gold Council. I'm the list we have. Top 5 producers of gold in the world. Ghana also says.
No, yeah, Makano.
DNTia. Who compare 5 countries? No. The Dikano.
Yeah.
Who show country size?
Yeah.
Now say Ghana country kitwawi. You too gold, even comparable to America. Say a mistake. That means we are doing it illegally. But why are we not saying it?
You said something here. It's very interesting. Wakabibia is very good, and in fact, I wasn't expecting him to say it. Using that economics to illustrate everything makes it perfect and understandable. So if you can't understand simple illustration like that, then I don't think this thing. But then, so in this case, the demand is very high.
Yes.
So that means now illegal mining is involved.
Of course. Let me show you something.
Okay.
Let me show you something.
I'll ask my second question and go on.
Okay.
So why is it that the government will issue license to illegal mining but doesn't issue it to the officially recommended miners to avoid that?
Unim, Uncle. I'm in gold board model no. Say I can't gold board no and one PMMC. But PMMC no na on sheda authority based on the mandate no more bit my it is a gold board no and I identify say wo metal gold now the only illegal miner. You see where the problem is, and who could to gold no the premier me and gold board matter. And so baby I will to gold ni free and me to me share.
So that means illegal miners are selling it to official.
Let me tell you something funny. So producer, I remember figures been on card to show me. Okay. The thing is, very crucial, very critical. Meaning say gold board boss, BOG boss, Minister of Finance, they all know what I'm talking about. This is the economic argument behind the reason why they cannot declare state of emergency, because they have built the whole economy back by gold. What happened? Yeah. What happened last week?
Mahama has said it.
Last week, they say almost $8 billion worth of gold, right?
Yeah.
From where? Because gold board model, they say you buy 20% from the large scale miners. So Newmont, Anglo Gold, they sell you 20% of their output. So the rest you are buying it from so-called verified aggregators, whom you believe, gold board, you believe that those people are not engaging in illegal mining. However, all this gold you are buying, who are you giving it to? You're giving it to the BOG, Bank of Ghana, and the Bank of Ghana sells it. And the forex, dollars no benya no muche mienu, omo de ba kwa to reserve mu. No mo say okay, mistake omo say ABM ni say. Ye hard and dollars. Ye tu asase. E de nya no. Omo de dollar na ma omo ko China at a good rate, all because they want to fight inflation. You have 9% inflation, but prices have not still changed. Why? And you are causing all this degradation, and you cannot stop. That is why I always told my uncle here that time will tell, and we will all know who actually fought Galamsey and who is not fighting Galamsey. Thank you.
Now I'm saying a chief for we are still on it. Some case what do your friends say? Who comment about the kind amount now in a solution. Send your opinion no kind or team is abunifano and send your works can or Casabi Bray. Now Mr. Joe and 3D can or not Casai, Umubabum. Now my Fankai Boom, Kaibui and to a whole and son of a son at Wasso. Especially where you come a million way, you know, especially those in Belgium and also in Antwerp. I'm saying you know be every moon recently about 1 or 2 weeks ago and a Dankwa. Or you'll be a what I said the Macassa media I'm say better or you're gonna near in short no or two who see who Ghanaian community there also you be away or on the Ghanaian or your baby or more, your plane be or more, very, very popular. If you're Cornelius plane, the one I hear near my beer, no, at least most of the festivals, no, no, as far as Antwerp is concerned, or the new beer, Africa Festival, or then the year by year, Fufu, you see, so a quabre, Eddie Woma, you know, I mean, how did free Ghana buy, or the woman who would draw a Fufu or Cornelius Prima, bro, from the year, I walk on no to crowd man, it was beautiful. Cobreji ya yeniyama bibribi ama ye na unfortunately no na make a 1 or 2 weeks ago na Cobreji eja ho eko achese wa enya media na nkaiba medema Ghana for near T for say on the 15th of November 2025 yeah 15th of November which is about next week ye beye ne okodi hene ewo achem krobi a friend and passo na Cobreji ekodi hene mtudi hene na wani 2 years kura na Cobra edi efrimu on the 15th of November na ye na 1 week na ye de na 40 days nyina akoyo hene ntine de nyina ye bom na ye de venue no aye visa the close visa the close hall no edin ene no address near Kirkhoff Blumenstraat number 1 Mohammed Theatre Porno, how I am Merksem. You started program now from 6 o'clock up to 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. 6 o'clock to 4 a.m. And yes, I am now done in 40 days. No, you can't wait actually at the 4 manim kwabredi na said the whole Ghanaian community ne yanko bo am to jankwala ene yire ewa chire se ne nyina yinim no yanko na 40 days ne yanko nya kobo no e ma no enye fe na secondly my to amesa e de atoa so enso ne se me wo wi so ha no mo o se body royal Airbnb no so ewo kumase mo Ghana for amoko holidays no okọ kumase na se wo pe ba bia da so hono de okọ Airbnb wa betimi anu oduane adi boye bibia medical aka wa so okotena busuafia ana aso okotena wadanfo bi edanfo ntan a so hunu se wona okọbọ akọhoma yeduru se ma amena na papa na otifi o mbedidi o mbaye den o ni nyina no wona wakoye boga no wona obeka wona obetu asa na me nyina to nwunu na ka wabo no na odwene ho a onti ase but e normal saboga obafie nko ade a e wo se yehwe na ede akọhoma ne niam no to so to avoid sa na me nyina no Airbnb we ewo baby location no are very good ewo created by the China Mall ewo Asqua atonsu location here atonsu S line near Martin the Post School address na AK610 5338 email address wa am say producer abotim dia to ayino so ama ani a wa na o dia to through scan a ubenya sa information nyina mesrew wo pe baby papa ada na atena ama wasomu adwowa ho ne bo no so aye cheap as possible oko now say we are member of Gaspore TV am say no so no you bet member ho discount dana mene ona no menu ano ana ne dia mene no aka say obi ba na onya information through Gaspore TV on hwe na 5% discount to be on farmer no ntino everything is there say amount for here say reserve butu ntino wo kokuma senko ade na pa baabi a obenya wasomdua e ho ben mo no na meka na ho ben atonsu e ho ben ho ben China Mall no nti walking distance to the China Mall and atonsu so no the walking distance if you also cost stadium e kwanwa I mean those in Kumasi they know why it is nti no meka fo amount ne bo no so other form na telephone number say what the eberichi umono ewa ha 024-080-1179 and I say 0539-716-504 ntino shawoti menka mesrew unya uko ana so pe na unya problem bia wan kanta problem bia no betuma frame through Ghana Gaspore TV na details bia no betumi dia ma na se na be ya so betumi akọ na at least and the sika ho ayeden we be kwa akoma abushafo edi ne kwa no de na wa tra ho no manage wa de se ne wa abrochiri a se ne ye ka no se unsi fie unwie ofie na wa wi ofie so na akọ na abushafo be ha wa okope ba bi pokro no wa loji ukodi udwa o China Mall ho a wodi akodi wa wodi akoye de opeso ye na de se why free omra no na de se so ho ha okakra enti no am say de metumi aka no ya call back to the topic no so am say wakasa bia kama am say Mr. Joel am say na wakasa de waka no de tio
I am the Mr. Richmond wakasa na kasa no wakasa me ehu sometimes no say one could sing ehu nyame bia you might not know how things are going until the second head comes in, then you can know where things are. But here, illustration or here, no, it's perfect and it's logic. Me say demand says no. Ghana is heavily dependent on gold. No, Wama, there will be illegal mining, of which people who are even engaged to illegal mining, engage in illegal mining, or more no. Not people to identify them that they are doing illegal mining. They will go to the right places to sell, so that then it will see as if they are coming from the right source or officially, but exactly. No. So in all this, it's good that I said that we don't have to point fingers at NDC and MPP.
No.
So now, what do you think we as Ghanaians we can do to solve this problem? Because you know already that even Belgium has suspended buying cocoa from Ghana.
Yeah, I'm very aware.
Yes, because of cyanide.
Yeah.
And it's not only Belgium. Almost all the chocolate manufacturing countries, including Switzerland.
Yeah.
So how are we going to solve this problem? Because once this problem is solved and is guaranteed for them to understand, that even will improve our economy to be better. Because these people know it is not only a matter of boycotting it. This one is not only a matter of boycotting it. They are making sure that other countries will not be interested in buying cocoa from Ghana. When these people, how they act.
Yeah.
Into only Mr. Rickman.
You see, the thing is, I always have this conversation with people a lot. Even though say I'm a trained economist, I really understand economics to some level, I believe. Ghana's situation, baby, I drew no. One thing, you see, do you know how much the BOG is giving to the forex market this month? $1 billion. And that $1 billion, no. That $1 billion, no. The Omode say they are using the $1 billion to control the value of the dollar. We say something very difficult in economics, you know, that's how I term it. There are things you can do in the short run and there are things you can do in the long run. The benefits you are going to get from these things are different, but you still gain something. But most often in the short run, there's a big trade-off. There's a big risk. I understand Mahama's government say yes. You need to get the macroeconomic indicators. I always call these numbers the GDP, inflation. I call them IMF numbers. It is for IMF. Ghana person does not need those numbers. So if you want to go by IMF's program and IMF tells you that, oh, maybe you reduce inflation to this sort of level, you find a sustainable means. I was listening to the Ghana, the current rep of IMF. They will negotiate a new deal next week somewhere. And do you know what they are saying? They are saying that the BOG should watch out with the intervention into the forest market. Last month, we are in November, last month, October, you pumped $1.1 billion into the economy. Through forex. And it's not like you are using these monies to build schools or road or build something for Ghanaians. No. What they are doing is, they are using all this chunk of money to subsidize the demand of dollar that drives the price of the dollar in the market. So, no problem.
I boarding up, you know, also mission to us. Okay.
I am a program number person, Basuka.
Also, Obiet, you know,
Miss Madrin's leg, I can no make a crab, we say. Ghana, Galamsey, no Nessa, Iliga, no more can. It's not easy to control it because, and yes, our boys now, Mokochi woman, and a Galamsey, no. Your political heavyweight are Omono and a pretty, I am for Kamubi, or Manimu, penning for pan or more Manimu, or Mona pretty Galamsey, no. Into the carbon never fast war, the bit must oppose our illegal mining. It's not possible. Now, advice Kakra, may they Emma Ghana for say, or when you're very careful because the same thing is your salary. Come on, Diamond, and start to Diamond, start to my field, maybe no more for amen, or more guide woman. Amen, no more guide woman, not a chief could do without let's change the soldier for security men at the Eba also. Until at the end of the day, no, a year, my field will overcome military barracks in there. Not almost civil war start here. In Tigana, so say, one said, baby, or home back on, non-profono, arm guide. I'm so good to guide walk. I feel not started. It you know say empending for no say omo anya greediness na omo anhwe no mind because chairman na MPP omo last days no mba be kono na bredi ka say omo ma you know journalist no ka so omo ma lances
yes
and you know e ma Ghana for no e omo gbe say papa no declare state of emergency because state of emergency no ye ba be to site where they can shoot and kill. Okay, fine. Anya Juma. Wa papa na anye. What about the new leader no so buy no? I didn't think only the also ultimate try that because the only solution is say you be declare state of emergency. And now one time say na NDC MPP can say no say omonye shoot and kill. Say sad na am memudia chairman. There is nothing they can stop the illegal money. E Ghana. Because I am fine. Boys won ko yichi omo. Omo ko yichi omo him for the baby omo. Him for the baby boys no. Entina abuche kuti ochew na so do ba ofia na wa search ofie a o pe bibi evidence bia obetimi dia support you dey say charge or dey bo what you say it is saying that the way I so bia yedin na nkwa no go street so near bia they say president so declare state of emergency they say Ghana for tie gu abonten na ye chi no ma to no ma near bia nka the president no obedi declare state of emergency. This empending for no any move be there and it's time say president no medical state of emergency. Mama say when him say e be kakra no yen biade pie free Ghana e by the Europeans no o man e won e nwura kuma na be ka no yes and no ade na e koso no I say ye dia no ne e kan no obi ama nobody cares ne ade Ghana no say obi am pay adwuma obi e pay quick money no so I was say so Krum ha ye we simbro for mutimo nyamlo emre wo hase no a obi edi so ntina yetim ye free ne namu na wo kona wo ba obi anka wo hwe na mo so manya political backing say ya ho no mo nya yi a ka obi oye bomb wo to che obi oye bomb nka kwa mo de be fashion but emra eye adwuma nti krum ho no be hwe ama mra aye adwuma because ya ka say e bia na nsi eta but e be si ye man no ye na no time e be dum libi no Ghana issue omo de betima kransu aye dia no ombe hwa ye dia no but what about ordinary people and how many people the percentage of the rich and the okay people no omo do ese enti no sa Galamsey and sa illegal money issue no e issue bia ano din pa say mpenimfo no ese ni petuntum no tambia ye dwene nne ye nwene ochina enti no nobody cares who are flow to Galamsey be chairman na kufu ado wo so no me menya MPP na menya DC ni lokrenda wa na maka na wonam kwa ho a hu se Galamsey ye tu Galamsey wo kwa ho se tambia no in security ayi kwa no ko onko deep inside the forest but ene aye ka say wonam kwa ho se abun se champagne ene excavator si esi wa wo hu no plane wo no ticket wo hu no plane adenti na ye ho sa ya to aba ayi mpanimfo ayi president ayi mpanimfo ye wa ahemfo ti obi atimi control bi ade a na ebedum lebi no they see what you know the same men kase bi nsi wo Ghana de but ya nye careful bi be see e wo Ghana they see what's real because we should ebedum lebi no na omo no we see no omo ye Galamsey no oba is so powerful say the security people cannot control them bana sa de be see ye basbasa na beba the chairman men kama ne nkwa actually the only thing is say empanifo no mo for Nancy for President John Mahama me say man no man ko obey action Inti papa no now he has to start from now. So better so be a farm na ade no enya kwa na reduce kakra eye because we be tinkra na we di kakra we be tinkra be ka se mfa no but ensure na mo nkra for no mo no when be if you say free nkra go mo if you be na eba na is already polluted that o e do be na de kuma o no ma ho ada o di e de na o bit ma do chama me ka se me ka be brain inti me da ma se me so kakra me ka no me da ma se
yes ya da wase Galamsey issue no there. Sana ya kutamadi kaka no. Obi eni ho a emfa no ho, sem bi eni ho a emfa nipa ho. Enti na o se hwe na yetiti no as it is because anya sa the sem bebre na beba. Ma me ma odi we na yeti na amafo mfa no nsuo.
So by no start so ochiti no because me your president in that. Enye Galamsey some kekewu. Sisi ayese on the tactics of who play me. Galamsey ni mu ade. Right? You too good ninja scano. Mosumo baba be yebi. Enye yen say no. Right? But at the end of the day, the life of the people, no, ain't no more concern. No. Mustafa, whatever, the MPP youth organizer. Ain't no say, Saddam Mustafa was someone. Yenjina young Kopuemu, Nakwasiafo, almost person here demonstration. And yet, your friend is saying, if President has some demonstration, no, and I'm a boy. In our police for stopping, no, today. That same people, call it the youth. It's not Tuesday, as I made that queen. Now, your friend is saying, also a quarter of silence was saying, and that the Casania Quacho, and let Jimmy with Jimmy. Tell our mind own. Nanini, I said your mama and I. Yeah, your mama and I. Said your mama. I started acting like Rollins, because I Jimmy and young Kumujai. Ghana, you need to solve you. He's doing that. The amount is why the other says so my license name to go to Galamsey.
That's a lie.
And I'm a day because I accept.
Yes, a lie. It's a lie.
And more not
So,
you know. In a month of 1 day, in a Galamsey, I pass it and I'm so and I said, what's your phone? So I said, in the area, you say, why are we this hypocrite? Or why need to never see you and I see in a man and more of professors. They were on TV defending government. We had people talking about it. I'm saying
yeah, Ralph was Rockaby. I'm saying, American. Galamsey no now. Mahama. In a year, dear, but on no better for Moody, but I'll see who say. Yeah, corporate responsibility.
Yes.
Saying, na we are enough for Moody. Now, yet to me a 2 hours here. San say, penny force account into an account. You're saying, now do be a bit me a be a musu money nipa. Yen I na yedi I see no. San say, I hear you better by 5-10 years to come no. And Emma Galamsey no, Eddie Babano. Yen to me so no. Yes, when ye need to can ye any, there be a dish a cobo bushing. Into yan here. He beat me the war, civil war, a secret. Bet him the same about because say no, or more, and my Bruno be a Galamsey no, or much of the Galamsey no, stop Galamsey no, more than a neighbor. So, and secondly, no, you see no, Mahama so buy what to good board. Good board, you know, Galamsey for yan at Tunton, Edimao. So, it's no Mahama so about because you see no, the gold is the backbone of the economy. Now see the gold is the backbone of the economy. Now economy is how we no now you say you say oh yeah there. Now say to your mouth a coil of so beat me as so attack us our issue you know. But you say the edro no I also what in the next form. Now to me who be and yes before we know no na my agency mo. Ntina yina ya bra yina ye to adwene. Nti no for our adwene na comment bra na say dem aka no e be kan obi a comment ama no. Na yede akoye nim wo person friend so am say producer the number no ato ho wait me friend na so wa kire wadwen ya nyina ya sua baby every Galamsey no because Galamsey no na maka no every Ghanaian responsibility so wa bruchi so wa Ghana or so ma ho asem hia so say anto na be tu china ni anu yen koso
he say of our own bibi nsana Mr. Joe Busa ma sembi say the wa de na ye no. If you have your whole economy backed by gold, this is the impact you have. There is nothing you're going to get. There is nothing that you're going to get. Because there cannot be a situation whereby, look at how big China is, and look how small Ghana is, and Ghana is basically mining as high as China. It doesn't make sense. There is something going on. The reason why political leaders, chiefs, religious people, everybody is involved is because we have this demand that comes. And the demand then is not coming from Ivory Coast. It's not coming from Togo. It is not coming from Burkina. It is coming from we, the government, collaboration with the BOG, with assistance from Gold Board. I
don't cut his well. I will support what he's saying by giving a short example. Okay. when Belgium was colonizing Congo,
yes,
what was the demand? Supplying of rubber. And you see how it sparked into crime? If you don't give the quota the Belgian government is looking for, they will cut off your hand.
Exactly.
This is it. Go on.
So, if I always tell people that, you see, I know it is difficult when it comes to governance, especially economic policy. There are so many things that we as economics, we do. Sometimes it makes sense to us, but we believe in the theory. The air so hula balloon blah 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 ni nyina ne say omo person be kan okra che Ghana fo no kra maka kire mu nei se utimi ka kire Ghana ni bia beti de ntia Mahama onim pass enso na say enso ontumi nyae because wanya onye sika enye kwan wanya onye sika ensi suku wanya sebe ekakra ye de kra ontumi ntia. That's why we always tell Ghanaians that, see, especially during our campaign, I always told people, I'm not catch them say, Jine odachi ho. Say any day, me catch them say, you bet to me the dako adani Ghana to say Belgium ayeboa. Me na me catch them. And I no cry me more na me catch them no. But so oshe enoma edigugu akwa mu a, uhunu se ba ko ya ade esen ba ko. Because didn't you the Galamsey gold purchasing program in the buy domestic gold purchasing program yay any the buy 2022. We mean say Ghana for better for so could two gold news room. But what if so? Didn't ya because I no what can say young question no what you bribe my police in no. Mistake NDC for year campaign or more year about Galamsey. And no nama asem no abesho mu kon mu hu de omunyi. So
in what you are saying, since the Ghana is depending heavily on on gold as their backbone, until there won't be any solution.
They can.
Okay.
But the solutions are not short term. Let's be honest with all Ghanaians. See, what they are doing is just waste of money. If you pump over $1 billion into the economy just to enrich people who import from China, you are making mistakes. That $1 billion you pumped into the economy this November, you could have used it to do so many other things. And I made them make catch and say, "Say, can I more pumping no? More keep a receipt ni you." Now 2028, say, "Way, yeah, we will hold you people accountable." Because I cannot sit in Ghana here, you degrade our land, you sell gold, make money, and you just pump the money into banks like the dollar is free just to control inflation. 9% inflation Ghana from the other day. Say Ghana ni padu do say send this kakra Ghana, and so Osha figures no. The dollar, the cedi is appreciating against the dollar, but what about the pound? What about the euro? Go and look at the BOG numbers. It's even funny. So it's like more dada Ghana for no. Oh, more dada Ghana for no. And every day I tell Ghanaians, say, you see, in politics there's nothing perfect. So be make a mistake, but don't repeat my mistake and make it look like me buy no me be sika, ma be nya sika if you go do hunti chinchina try on super so yebi.
Okay, so how can you defend this?
I can defend, you see.
I'll ask the question. How can you defend this?
In the sense,
if some Ghanaians, what you are saying, I reason with you. There's no doubt I can argue about what you are saying because it makes sense, 100% sense to me. But to the ordinary street people, how can you defend it? For example, when they ask you, when Freeport Mansus gave the report to Akufo-Addo, why did he sit on it?
Yes.
Number one, why is it that Akufo-Addo defended Chamawun to me?
Okay.
How will you explain that? Number three,
okay.
How can you defend that Al Jazeera has exposed Akufo-Addo as behind illegal mining? Number four, finally, how can you explain why 2 weeks before Akufo-Addo left office, He issued so many lessons too. So what was the motive behind it? How can you explain this to the ordinary street person?
You see, the thing is, Uncle, let me be honest with you. Frimpong Manso's report, we took it. It's not, and yes, I say President in the final touching of I. But Maka Assembly waha gold na ye to know. And you say yen penny for no omuni they know. Because I idea motina say you know say okay, when shortcut are able to media subsidize the prices to cut inflation. But obi also asantina say when you say hey omo kwan ombetu gold na say no. When you ba so no na say wadam fo no so na ye dey na bit maka kire dey obeka kire say hey minya ade na ye ni jai. That's all. Because when person be even currently you say the MPs want to me for national security say na nine must for mujina omo yede and they run away. She dey see oboase, she dey see what she do. Adentina police for say be MP ni enchi no e ya de ayanka se nyina ya tena se ne ye bone ye nyina ya tena se ne ye die but yentumi ndi bone no enkosi afebo ade ba ko ne se esi epekwan bia ebema Ghana mamunu adwuma ade we no there is nothing we can do about it.
I've said it too much.
And mamunu adwuma no ebema mo no as I build the economy, we would not depend on gold. This thing is too risky. It's too risky.
The more Richman speaks, the more I get the idea.
It's too risky because by the time you realize you dig the whole country.
Look, I have to.
And you don't have people to follow the economy.
I have to thank Richman for appearing on the program, right? Because being a writer, no, he has said some things which I'm going to use it to apply. You see, if there will be job creation, I've written this several times, even advising the president to make sure that they invest much into the what's the name? The abandoned factories of Kwame Nkrumah. That will create jobs. And from here, you see what he's saying? People are more in legal mining because there's no much job. So if there are some jobs that can be created, that would be a substitute for them to be reducing it. So there will be a time the factories or the new industries or the refurbished industries will accommodate the illegal miners. For them, the situation will go down. It makes sense. It makes sense.
When we failed to fight Galamsey,
it makes sense.
If you really remember, we tried Operation Galam Stop, Operation Halt, Operation Vanguard, and after all those things, we had to set up a committee. Do you know why? Because we realized that the military is not working. The military, you send them there, they go and take money. Take their goods. And the next day they come and tell you, Mr. President, what you told us to do, we've not done it. So Adibia Sebe abai mumpening for a mistake Ghana for fanche. But they told me no. And now mistake I drive some attitude in relation to the illegal mining. And at the same time, no, I'm Ghana for a month and mama me juma yintino. Almost what question said you. And I always say this. And yes, omo Galamsey no. And yes, omo Galamsey no. Omunim de omo they know. Say my cream never say no honam. Onim say otutututu gold na onya banchin DND. But say come back dem me die. Any nyina come die nyina. Any me to gold ni bi. Exactly. Inti any I catch them say. Sabi. Economy na ne running as a MPP party no any mistake. Ghana hono you so many fundamentals are very very weak. For example, if you want to drive the demand of your currency, say the opposite will increase the value of your currency, you don't do it naturally like NDC is doing. What you do is you do something in the country that globally everybody will come and need. In the Belgium, okay, we will do pharmaceuticals.
That's number one. Number two, we will produce chocolate.
And what are we doing?
They don't plant cocoa trees, but they are one of the richest countries in the whole world when it comes to chocolate.
I always say this: NDC, time will tell. The lies they told Ghanaians, they will run away. They will run away because they don't have any plan. They don't have any plan, and Adadan it will come because as soon as they catch you, they are arranging a new IMF deal for another 300 million. The IMF is telling them to cut the intervention with the forex. Economic numbers in again.
But why is it not yet published about this?
Because they've not agreed yet. This is what I'm saying. I don't even need to say it, but I have to say it.
You don't have to say it, because
they have not concluded yet. Because
I hope so. Because I will be looking forward. I will be looking forward to it.
If you remember, before the annual meeting, before the UN General Secretary, the UN General Assembly meeting, they went to America. So side by side, when they went to UN, they were meeting the IMF again, and those IMF people were telling them already that they are intervening into the forex too much.
You said something. I'm a bit confused.
So Ghanaians should be very careful with this. Very, very. Or else we will sell our own land and we have to go and live in Togo.
Is there any need to go for another IMF when the ECO have retrieved so billions, and even they said the money that they've retrieved is more than what the IMF has given to Ghana?
They are all lies. Because even the Akonta mining case you are talking about is still in court.
Yeah,
it's alleged. Until the court says that Akonta, you did illegal mining on these days, so and so, Akonta is still innocent.
Oh, of course, and you'll be aware.
So how then do you tell Ghanaians things in such a way that it looks like you are prejudging them already? For example, I used to tell people that what is aura? What is that? Upon all these legal brains we have, you go and listen to somebody's rumor and you think it's true? Look at what they did to Kerry Oferiata on the internet. They had to ransack his house. And I always complain that, just imagine, me wasting my time learning economics in Belgium, I become BOG boss, the next day I make a step and somebody is going to chase my family.
Richmond, we have to agree. We have to be really honest to ourselves that corruption has overflowed the banks of Ghana.
Yes.
But there has never been an effective government to check this.
Do you know the problem?
Everybody is doing it with impunity.
You see, do you know the problem?
Impunity.
Do you know the problem?
That is
you know the problem?
So I think this government is trying to do things.
Recently.
And so we shouldn't criticize that.
Recently, no. Do you remember former finance minister Kwabena Dufo? Omuma case in only prosequa. They cancelled it. They threw the case out of government of court, and they gave him a bill of 60-40 or something. So the total amount he was supposed to pay, they gave him 40% free, and he paid 60%.
There has been too much corruption in the system. Too much. Look at this giftee or one person. Look. No, it's too much. They have to. The government knows that there's corruption, so I think he's doing some few things to understand. But we have to.
No, the thing is,
we should let them try and see.
The thing is,
if things will be okay.
Sometimes I try to.
Yes, they will keep on doing this.
Sometimes
my mind deviate to corruption.
No, sometimes I try to be honest, but I try to be honest because we come from a country whereby we are now developing. You see, we are now developing. And how do you, for example, even know the number of Ghanaians in the country besides population census? And how would you even know that a member does the same in just a member more? We don't have the data. But okay, Ghana for say montuma obi asebe obaba be churchre yedin gu from ni ewia ye pe bibia ya kofa numbers la ye wono ni aye ho adwuma mo se dabi.
Now data no ko si say
data codification it takes time. We are very aware. Even this Belgium IAT
8 years no want to be.
Didn't in the 8 years no want. Of didn't in the 8. You're blocking E19 no. Yes, exactly. Into data no, it takes time.
It takes how many years?
Next time.
Chairman, I need to raise my voice on this illegal mining.
Feel free.
Yes.
First of all, Richmond said something about he wasn't happy about the raid of Kano Forista. Yes. Okay. Just as I have said it, now the government want to change so that people will think they are a bit serious in fight against corruption. Since Akufo-Addo refused to arrest anybody as Dapa or I don't know
Cecilia
Dapa and all those things. But one thing which you say, do you think if Kano Forista doesn't deserve his house to be raided, will he escape to in America? This is my question.
No, the question is, my mind deviated from the Galamsey issue.
Okay, thank you very much.
Then you are going out of the issue.
I understand your point.
We will come there. We will come there next 2 weeks.
So basically, what I was trying to say was, you see,
we elaborate on that.
There are things that we can really concentrate on and work it on. For example, if we want to build a sustainable economy, we should not rely only on gold and cocoa. That is outmoded. It is just past and gone. We cannot be taking our gold and be selling cocoa and we expect things to change.
I promise you,
it's not possible.
From today, Monday, Tuesday, you see this thing that you're talking. It will be an article. I will send you a copy.
Thank you very much.
Because that's the best. I wasn't expecting this from you, even though I have the idea, but you have elaborated it to me that it has made so simple that I will put it in front of Ghanaians. And I will send you a copy.
Thank you very much, and I'll read it. So, as I was saying, number one, we need to reduce our dependency on raw gold and raw cocoa. We can decide, for example, I trust my brother Sammy will do something when it comes to gold board, because when I listen to him, I know that he has the plans. When he's going to implement it, I don't know. How he's going to do it, I don't know. But he's talking something like, for example, gold refinery, gold ornament. So if it becomes globally, like a baby say, okay, so be a pure gold chain at all. No, but Ghana. And I think Kenyans can be more. And so if you cook a gold no than say be 2 gold na kwa cotton. And no ma ye brand no ye kese do. And if he has not really sat down to do it, I tell him to do this. Because at the hour, model na only biogene, he's a brilliant guy. He has a bright future. This gold will disgrace him. I bet you, this gold is going to cause him a problem. So for the earlier the better. He's my brother. We all went to KUST, he knows. Please help us diversify our export, my friend. Do something with the gold. You know that gold, an electric conductor. You between the electronic conductor stuff, and people will come for those stuff to put in the car instead of coming for the gold. Be smart.
Thank
you very much.
I'm saying, 3 years ago there was Ghana homecoming event. Ghana. I'm a representative Bajo. That summit, the MPP, it was MPP era. MPP was talking about adding value to our
export.
Adding value to our minerals.
Yeah.
Yes. I was expecting say time no say no more added value because almost don't they say two raw materials we are trying to add value to all these things. The same and now we're expecting say adding value no so one district one factory this and a bit me I operational send a bit me added value to our minerals no I need you up to say the 8 years now okay, I made it. I need you. So, to add value, but before they know, they know the right thing to do.
No,
they don't do it.
The thing is, the problem is, if you look at, for example, people always tell me this. I have so many conversations with people, and they always tell me this. Yeah. Why can't we control our own minerals? Why can't we control our own minerals? We don't have the capital. We have the capital. Sikana Yedibe mining company, we have it. But we have other problems to solve with them. That is the problem. So we know perfectly well that, okay, if you take salt, for example, salt is something that we can use to do so many things.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't just dig salt and export
it.
But who is going to invest in a salt company, for example? If you go to the same Chinese people, they will tell you, oh, we are not interested in salt, we are interested in bauxite. If you go to ECOWAS Bank, they cannot give you $500 million.
Yeah.
If you come to ECB, they will not mind you. If you come to Europe, nobody will mind. They want to buy drones. They are afraid of Russia now. You can go to America, they will say, hey, my friend, how do we generate revenue locally? That's why I was telling you.
That's been our problem for us.
That's why I was telling you that. You see, me, I have very, very good friends in NDC. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just a not NDC member because I don't like their ideology. That's it. Because the thing is, you can't have an economy whereby you have about 16-17% to GDP as taxpayers. Basically, if you have 10 people, about 2-3 people are paying tax. How would you then take care of these 10 people? So there's always a deficit. So then what do? Either you borrow or you do something easy with the gold. That's why our politicians need to be hard thinkers. They need to just think beyond the box. That's why sometimes I say, NDC, what they are doing is easy job. We all can do this.
So you are NPP?
Yes.
General Secretary maybe here.
No, I'm just a communication member in Belgium.
But I don't belong to any party.
Yes.
But they brand me as NDC.
Oh, they do, because as I said, I will not brand you as NDC or MPP.
Because I don't know.
No, you know why?
I'm just fighting for us to have a better future.
Yes.
That is all my goal.
You know why? It's what the politicians do. Even the politicians themselves, they do it. They say, if you are talking against MPP, then you are basically NDC. If you are talking against NDC, then you are basically MPP.
Yeah,
but that's not it. Sometimes you've seen something and you just want to criticize genuinely. So as I said, if Ghanaians, for example, if Ghanaians really want to solve Galamsey, just embark on 1 week demonstration, 10,000 people on the streets of Accra, and it will stop. I bet you.
That is going to be the end of our program. The solution. That is what I will be expecting.
Yeah, the solution.
I will add it to the article I'm going to write.
I want 10,000 people on the streets of Accra. Less than 10,000, they will not be moved. I bet you, because they have made their mind to do it.
To do the demonstration.
To do the Galamsey.
Oh yeah, the Galamsey, of course. They made their
so if Ghanaians really says that, okay, you leaders, we can't trust you anymore, and you people, you are not doing anything, please, Ghanaians, demonstrate. And I want 10,000 people, individuals, on the street of Accra, and the president will declare state of emergency.
Okay, so
as easy as that.
As we are discussing, my question, which I want to ask is, many believe that NDC is doing well in the fight against illegal mining.
What makes you think they believe?
No, you answer that when I finish.
Okay.
So, because they said, 8 years in power, Mahama has achieved it with just less than a year. So in this case, so how can you defend that? Are the people lying or what?
No, they are being lied to. Amanfo Chantro Echromo.
They are not doing well.
No. NDC government here was here. I do want to my and say they have escalated Galamsey to back the CD, and they have IMF numbers. That's it.
Okay.
They have not really done anything, and for them to lie that it is not them involving themselves in Galamsey, what do they have to do? They have to come and lie to the people so that the people will look like they are doing something, but they are not, and they know that.
Richmond is saying some things which I really like. And I can't say what he's saying doesn't make sense. It makes 100% sense. Because when there's no job, what do people do?
They need to eat.
What do people do? So the illegal mining, especially in the rural areas, there's lack of employment. So they will... I've seen videos people were saying, I will do it until the time I will die. Because when it stops, what is it going to do?
Didn't you see the video of somebody doing Galamsey in his compound, in his house?
What is it going to do? So I think
but if you create job for them,
we have to create job for them.
I don't think they will leave the Galamsey.
No,
have to
they
put
will.
some
No,
measures.
They will.
Maybe it will reduce.
It will reduce. It will
You
reduce.
see, Uncle, the thing is,
Because
this Galamsey problem, it is intertwined. It is out of poverty, it is out of greediness, and it is out of politicians not willing to work hard.
so, in short, where do they have to start from?
Whew.
The solution, where do they have to start?
Declare state of emergency, Mr. President.
But that will not solve the
No,
problem.
sir, we have
State
short
of
run.
emergency.
You see, Uncle, the thing is, we have. If you have a problem, you need to take a drastic action. Now, Galamsey is a problem. That's why I gave you the example with MPP.
You understand? But I'm coming. The state of emergency should be the last option.
It shouldn't be.
It should be the last option.
It should rather be the first option. Why? Because he, the president, and me knows that Ghana, there, people are corrupt. He knows that. He knows that if you send the military there, the same military will call them and say, "We are both." He knows.
Whatever you are speaking, that's what I write. So when you see it, don't be angry.
Well.
Yeah, that is reality.
Because I want the president to understand the point.
The reality. That is.
I'm not.
No, I think he knows. I think he knows. I think he knows.
But it has to be.
No, I think he knows. He knows. The thing is, you see,
I'm just joking. But I know he won't be offended.
No. I will never be offended.
What I mean is that is reality.
I like your point.
I will never be offended.
Yeah, because it changes the mind of others, politicians.
Exactly.
For them to know, because they can't depend on their own philosophy and
no, it's very wrong.
Yeah, so I'm very happy that
I always tell people that if politicians, you do know when politicians act when there's something going wrong, when they realize that the people that voted for them,
we've known the truth,
are against them. That's when they act.
Yeah.
So now I know John Mahama is basically watching me drinking coffee, saying, "This guy, you are bad," because I'm telling the truth.
You think he's watching this program?
They watch it all the time. They do.
They do.
You know, I can't discuss it online or I can't discuss it live. But you know what? Everything that happens on the media, usually people take excerpts of them.
Yeah.
And we have platforms, MPP platform, Belgium NDC platform, Congo. They share those things. And there are people who have contacts with the president who send these things. So maybe he may not see it today, but he will see it next week. And I bet you, if Ghanaians, right now we all know that the leaders, BOG in collaboration with Gold Board and Finance Minister Keso, they are backing our economy with gold, so they can't stop the gold mining. This is very true.
I have to be sincere. When it comes to television, it is the two people, chairman, they brought me to the TV.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to TV, nobody knows Joel Savage. But when you on the print media, there's no journalist in Ghana who doesn't know Joel Savage.
Exactly.
Even the Europeans here, the American leaders, the Belgian government, they know Joel Savage even more than Ghanaians.
Yeah,
of course.
So I'm very happy that Ghana diaspora has given me the opportunity
to appear on the media,
to appear on the TV, to express my views.
Exactly.
And it gives me more happiness to meet people like you and others.
Thank you. The thing is, I believe that, you see, the thing is, sometimes I tell my friends that maybe we should be honest with Ghanaians a little bit. Maybe. Because, yes, we are trained economy. Sometimes you read a thing, it makes sense. I read it to even my wife, and she says, "What is this?" I'll be talking some numbers, and she doesn't understand. It's normal. I understand. And you'll be on the best idea, you know. And if we are all honest to the people, like, for example, here, e-levy.
My uncle.
No, maybe over e-levy. And you see, a choir about the first one, yes, no will reduce it. Now, what or the top gold in the soul. Do you need any from the air? I'm the politics.
Oh, so many other.
I don't between. That's a politician for you. That's a politician for you. And even in Europe, I don't know if it's something they teach everybody. It's like we all act the same. They reduce tax this year, next year. So sometimes I feel like maybe let's be honest.
But their taxes, their taxation, the way they spread it is even more difficult than Africa. Even your bag, I mean, a fall back.
Sir,
of course.
When I came here, it was 5 something. Now it's 11 something.
I don't know. Me culture of I say, you know, I did a bit my year. They say the kind. I say be can no natural Ghana for. Because there is nowhere you bet now my name. Ni enye sika nye kwan. Why sika ne ekoje? Manje sika no dia. Ene me kwa kubobosia. Me kubobosia so na me nua ne de politics. Ono so ba won bobosia ni bi o. Bo so no so mbi adwuma na otifi. Ye kwa ya na ye bai. Enti me nyina enji ntum say okay. Ye kuro no ye wa ikire, ye hia adwuma na ye jai gold ni tu. Enti no e kwa ba ne yenko. Yenko ji obi sika. Anase ye bejeje ye de amaye ho.
I don't want to go there. That's what me managing good there. Kenya problem. But mismanagement, you know, too much. It's one of our biggest problems.
Corruption.
Yeah, there no. We will come there. I don't want us to go there now. We will come there.
Corruption, I idea. A man, the papa behind you, any and he saying to me, I'm finding a sustainable way to solve corruption. Nothing will happen. Me see ube sending 9 months. Ube free 9 months. 9 months kwa. Now we share funny jokes bi omo ye. Omo timi kokon raid. No much China for me no. Ghana for me enza. No mu gina excavator ho.
That excavator na yes no. Do you think it will solve?
Waste of money.
Yeah, waste of money.
Waste of money. It's not make us say. Mr. President, please. Someone say
you couldn't succeed and you should come here doing the same thing.
And make us say, Mr. President, say one say ube 10,000 youth on the street of Ghana for 1 week. Just declare state of emergency with small scale mining. Mobi enjai. Obi enjai now go back to the drawing board. No ahwehwem omo ni yie, no omo ni yie. Eno no sa no for now no dey, ye betuma hwe omo ni yie no so. Ne afom ho. Na yetu ye go near the back economy.
Yeah, na kufu dey stop omo still ani yie.
No offer say no, yeah try. Say you kan man tie.
Say stop omo no. I want to hunu say MPP for penny for no na ye. And the same thing that say NDC penny for.
Oh, it is no, it's
a problem.
I did say to me you say okay. Say about community mining no. And I say yeah because community mining no in a way or the other we can create employment for people.
Yeah, that was the idea, but it didn't
can we always be mining gold?
That's what the idea they.
We should do something else.
It didn't work out.
We should do something else. So I think, Mr. President, just be honest with Ghanaians. Tell them say gold no jai to our economy ni be say. Okay, no problem, but we will find alternate means because we can't live in a country whereby we don't even have a land. If we don't have any other place to go than Ghana. And we can't have an economy without people.
So, because the Jaya economy, the say Mahama can. I say the backbone of the economy. The gold is the backbone of the economy.
That is why Mr. Richmond's explanation and illustration makes sense to me because
he cannot.
A lot of people are in illegal mining because they don't have any job.
He cannot.
So the government at this moment, that's why I'm going to use this in discussion, and I will use this video to support the decision, so that the government will take creation of job very seriously. And there was a time I was even suggesting that since Nkrumah's distant abandoned, that will need a lesser investment than building a complete whole new thing. But since he came to power, he has never even mentioned about that. So I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe what I don't want to go is to go there because creation of jobs, and also one of the challenges. Ghanaians, what you are saying, the Ghanaians, somebody who has stated Galamsey money, if you come and tell him to work for a monthly salary,
it will be difficult.
It will be difficult.
But you know one thing.
Maybe I met a man in around Kumasi, the Kubasi. I met one American. Yeah. He came from America, and I was set man kind of tree. Was set Ghana, and there were being the farms, very big farms. I just one cook more than 500,000 chicken. And son, I wore your friend say fish farm. I can see on one could another personal excavators to call you see me and son. So out the end of Juma. Timiko they was seen was see on one casane friends in a warehouse. Can see farm so and on the team mujina no na use 4x4. Oh, very nice because I say it was really impressed. I was impressed and I make a minute papa no didn't come on. Now what you ma who here and the business say what boy economy no because we be 500 workers. I say master I dey say okay, that is my biggest challenge.
Yeah.
I say my boys now we adwuma ni nyina. Yeah. 80% dey adwuma no. Yeah. Because they've gone to Galamsey. Yeah. Because some of you say Siko Benyan one day Galamsey near the monthly salary. So why is he going to waste his time here? They have to go. And they are all doing Galamsey. And then the parents also put Galamsey so on Samara. It will be difficult for him. If there's any means, any way to be able to be a Galamsey, because Galamsey is giving him more money. You say Papa Nejumano, I say me coming to me Nejumano. And I'm Mr. Mekone, me my idea, and it's a Ghana had a Juma any hentino. A match will be a creative Juma and future Kababo, because Juma any hunting and you took any idea. It may future creation of jobs is one of our biggest problems. But it has its challenges.
Oh, we say
so
creating of jobs, uncle. Creating of jobs, no. It's not just creating physical job.
That is what
for example, with the poultry farmer thing, you know. Upon try BBC. For example, baby I see one in the poultry farm, no, and in the factory, no. On pe boys quarters bed 3-bedroom being see. For the laborers to live there.
Oh yeah, he has a place for them to live.
That's what I'm trying to say, that they are. You can't just create employment. There has to be an incentive that come with the employment. Because, for example, if we have a Ghana whereby everybody is identified, everybody pays taxes, everybody pays social security, your money will never pass through your hands. It will have to pass through the bank. If you have such an economy, we can actually say that Mr. Kofi Bosumi Bianya 1,000 now we know. You bet Mama Ofiebi Bosumi be able to 200 cities.
You know, it's easier to say it than done. MPP for
the thing is, uncle, it is not just about creating jobs. The first step is you creating the job. Then the second step is giving them incentives whereby they will stay in the job. The incentives make pay Ghana trade union way Bugos. They don't deliberate loans. They don't deliberate wages. Obi only trade union. Me say yetumi ma zoom lion for adwuma. Yetumi ma zoom lion for adwuma. Na zoom lion ni na buy so man 450 cedis. What?
But they were giving less even.
I no crown asa zoom lion was about 200.
Yeah.
Now,
so they don't regulate anything.
Exactly.
Yes.
Until make us say, you see, this is something whereby it is building the society at the same time building the economy.
The more this man speaks, the more I see the big problem.
You see, so I always tell people that you can't just come and you, for example, now Mahama say, what about the CE block? It's in room and crying your baby in Johnson. Or see, I'm from Mount Canaan. Who call school now your baby in Johnson?
Yakoi, my telephone for I'm say the everything ya ni pitri I'm say the line no ato a man for person obamo obetimi abamu but me wa them say yemre no ayebe ehwe de adwumadie no asiha na na me ya adoma the 2 weeks time no e be say abeto also with different topic you know has to go more with the politics and niema koso e Ghana, especially the public accounts committee no and enema corruption practices are a course or abandoned no more. Never be what Tiana Yamasho. Say no cray, say no cray. But I say room will be about at least then out of truth a woman. Continue so far as an Indian I walk out to no. Yankee, na any home common ready and also no. The dear Bacon said a bit to me as soon as a free room. San say, Yamano, you will be a but the idea any corruption. Corruption of the chair cray will have better at the end there. Matiami do not go say Gargantuan corruption. As far as I know, no. NDC 4 by BBI ever Bokrono, they came to steal. The NDC 4 no, so NDC 4 came to steal, but MPP know that they came to loot. And you know, we will see the difference. Yes, we will see the difference.
But how would you be able to judge? Time will tell. Time will tell.
And you know, wow. We will see.
Time will tell.
You will see. And you know, we will see. You ever call the next 2 weeks? say NDC for the belu to you, Central MPP the belu to you.
But
at the end of the day, no. At the end of the day, no. Nina, I'm going corruption and them fee say any idea. I'm say, am I a man a drew baby a dray? You know, you better. Nayaka yedi no home come on ya hwede bitimi asu free no so emu. But the mun nyina mo say some boy my so a nice conversation. I'm a free say education is good. I'm out for it and so bitimi anya bibi free mo. Send do so e ka no. So no so anya more ideas to write this article. More to person tie jowo na article no person read bia no accommoding Ghana. We nya the articles bebrebe ya watchro e wo say with some time no you be here the articles ni bi ni age ho komo ya ye mo so the topics ni bi ya ba na ya daise ya no so na ya hwe the betimi asua afiri mu san say mi say wo ye adwuma pa me follow no ho say wo ye adwuma pa ntino at time goes on no you be here na ye di no so e ho komo ti e da mo nyina mo ase say mo ni e be di sa adwuma yi me am be dwuma di e ho chia me e fra me chairman bosafo bawo me ne Joe Savage and
Richmond Safo
from MPP communicator and I did Sergio May. And the money I must say, I may add more 2 weeks time, Bessa Asia. Now, the topic now to so now, Yadi Hong Kong. And I must say, keep on watching, subscribe, and share Diaspora TV.